In January 2022, few NEET PG aspirants have filed a case against reservation system in Supreme Court, specifically on OBC and EWS reservation, as well as few points against the in-service quota. According to the students' point of view, 50% of all India quota seats having reservation for SC, ST, OBC and EWS will lead to loss of at least 25 to 30% of seats, which leads to very few seats for the general category, and which is really not fair. Exam like NEET PG, the seats should be allotted based on the merit. Yes, they are right. The general category people have a very good point, and people who are supporting reservation system might be getting angry with my statement, but watch this video till the very end because there are many points you guys don't know. But Supreme Court did not agree to this case. They have a different point of view. They said that merit means not just a student's way of performing good in the exam, but we need to also consider few socio-economic factors, because there are many inequalities in the education facilities that are provided to various people living in various areas of the country. This reservation system is very important, and court judges have also said that a student with different socio-economic status, habits, family, education and skills are everything considered, and then the reservation system was introduced into the education system according to the Constitution of India. The Chief Justices and also judges have a very good point, and I agree with them, because India is a developing country, varied number of people live here, different religions, different castes, different customs and different skill sets people will have, and with huge population we can't just measure someone's intelligence just based on the exam that is conducted like NEET PG. So people who don't support reservation will get angry with my statement, but you people also don't know many points which I'm going to discuss in this video, so watch till the very end. And I'm Dr. JTM, MD General Medicine, Rheumatology Resident and a part-time YouTuber, and I welcome to today's episode of Why We Need Reservation in NEET PG, and subscribe to DrJTM's YouTube channel. Importantly, I don't like these terms upper class and lower class, but for the sake of the video, I have to use them for the better understanding, but I'm really sorry for that. So according to the Supreme Court and also the Constitution of India, the reservation system was introduced not to benefit the lower class. It was introduced just to equalize the social elements among the society. For example, like socioeconomic status, facilities provided to the children for the education, as well as family situation and also family education has to be considered in order to equalize the social elements among the society. That is why the reservation system was introduced. So this was started in 1947, and sadly during that times all these social elements are really backward only in the lower class people. That's when the reservation system was introduced in NEET PG as SC and ST category. Then they have introduced OBC reservation, then they have introduced physically handicapped, then EWS economically weaker section, then finally they have introduced female reservation as well in this NEET PG exams. So did you observe something here? As the time passed, different categories of reservation system is being introduced into this NEET UG or PG exams, but who is responsible for this? Those people who are opportunistic, those people who are having so much greed. Everybody started thinking that reservation is getting them higher education, good jobs, good positions, more money and more great life. Bro, we are humans and we have a lot of greed. Anything we want more and more. That is why we are in this situation right now. In the last 75 years of independence, many lower class people have got higher education, better jobs, better positions in the government, and they have become rich and their lives have improved. And also at the same time, many people in the higher class have who have merit and who did not have merit have lost jobs, have lost opportunities, have become poor, and their life have become horrible with their families being collapsed. Bro, we are people of India. We have a very good immune system. At the same time, we have another thing in our blood called discrimination system. Those ancestral high class people, even though they are poor, they have this discrimination against this lower class people who are rich and having great family. Even this lower class people have started having discrimination against the higher class people as they have got money and got richer and have better life. So the concept of reservation system is totally ruined, and it was thrown in the toilet and flushed. So, and we are behaving with discrimination at every level, not just as everyone. Parents, grandparents are having this mentality, the cheap mentality. So those people from SC, ST and OBC categories are getting higher education, better seats, better position, getting richer and having better life, and those people who are having good merit, middle class and no reservation, they are blaming the government, politicians and crying. Let me explain something very important to everyone. To get a seat in NEET PG and to get a seat in government hospital, you need to work like hell, you need to study like hell, and your rank should be less than 5,000. If you want a top branch, your rank should be less than 1,000. But what happened over the years due to this reservation system, many students and parents, their thought process have changed, that they have decided to use this reservation system, maybe misuse the reservation system, and telling their children, and also these students are thinking, let's not work hard so like hell, or let's not study that much. As we have reservation system, let's study this much only and get it. They are not at all wrong. We are humans, bro. They are having benefit and they are using it. But due to this, over years, what happened is the quality of education among the doctors have reduced drastically, and the quality of hospital care has reduced worst to the worst in India, and particularly in rural areas, and which means we as a people have made the country to fail due to our conjuice mentality. So you might ask, what can we do now? Few people will say, cut down the entire reservation system, give the seats in NEET UG and NEET PG through merit. No, that is not possible. With a country like India with so much poor population and so poor facilities for education, and also economic system being so backward, we can't really cut down the reservation system. Few people will say that reservation should be present because their ancestors have suffered for 1,000 years. Now we will enjoy the fruit for 1,000 years. No, that means you are being the same thing to the people who suppressed your ancestors. Your ancestors have worked hard to get equality, not the suppression of higher class and create a newer class of people in India. Few educated people will say that give reservation for NEET UG, then everyone are getting equal education facilities in medical colleges, then why are you giving reservation for NEET PG? Okay, good point, valid point, I agree to this. But I wanted to ask you guys, after completing the MBBS, we MBBS graduates, everyone are getting equal pay outside? No. Did we ever fight for an uniform pay in the entire country for an MBBS degree graduate? Many people who practice in the rural areas are getting low pay. Even in the cities, we are getting low pay. And what about the job opportunities? Are we having an equal job opportunities? Even if you wanted to practice privately, or even if you wanted to practice in the corporate hospitals, do you know who are the biggest villains for us? The doctors itself. Yes, our own community will try to bring us down. And did we ever fight for that or question our own community why this is happening? No. Then when we are not living righteously, how do we have right to ask these things? Then what is the solution? You might ask me how we can equally give seats to the NEET UG and NEET PG aspirants. Before that, what is my answer to the question? Did we really need reservation for NEET UG and PG? Yes, we need reservation system for NEET UG and PG because we living in a country like India and we chose a profession like doctor which is service oriented. We need to have that social equality, and the disadvantages which are present for various classes of people living in India, not the caste. There are a lot of other social elements which we are forgetting, and we are just depending on the caste for this reservation system. We can't keep blaming the politicians or the government for anything because we are thinking in a wrong way, and we have to question our thinking. And we are living in a modernized world with backward thinking, which is not at all good for the future and also for our family. The reservation system which we are using now is an age-old system, and during that time there are many problems in the country and the quality of the life of people living in India was horrible. But now India's economy have improved, quality of people's life have improved. We have got habituated to the inflation of things, the daily needs like food, water and shelter. Our country is trying to modernize in every aspect as much as possible. Then why we have to use our age-old reservation system for this very important exam called NEET UG and NEET PG, which is being misused by thousands of people and hundreds of politicians for their own benefits and greed? As I said my answer, yes, we need a reservation system, but we need reservation system for all. Yes, reservation for all is the concept that has to be brought in India. But what is that actually? Reservation for all. This is a system which gives reservation to every NEET UG and NEET PG aspirant in the country who are aspiring to become a doctor, and they will have 99% of equal chances and equal opportunities to get a seat of their choice. But how? Let us introduce the point-based reservation system, which is based on the merit as well as on the socio-economic factors. This is not created by me. This has been under use by many countries like Canada, Brazil, US, UK, who have been using this system in various education institutions and for various job opportunities as well. As I already said, if we wanted to become a doctor, can't think about merit all the time. We also have to think about the socio-economic factors like income level. The data on population in India should be divided into low income people, middle income people and higher income people. Those who are in the lower and middle income people will be getting higher points, and high income people will be getting lower points. Educational background, first generation learners. That means those students whose parents did not complete higher education, or those students who are from schools that are underprivileged, or from places or states with poor educational infrastructures. Those students will be getting higher points. Geographic origin, those people who are from rural and also tribal areas would be getting higher points because they have very poor resources to study, and also those from the urban slums will also get higher points, but those from urban class will not have any points. Physical and social disadvantages, those people with physical disability or handicap will be getting higher points or added points. Caste and community, even though we live in a modernized society, we can't ignore caste and community, so it will be given few points, but it is the last weightage in this point based reservation system. But how does this reservation system based on the points or based on the scoring system will help the students get an equal opportunity? Watch this video fully because I am going to explain with examples. The total score of the student will be depending upon the NEET score as well as socioeconomic score, which has been calculated based on the above socioeconomic factors which I have said, and the student's rank will be decided after clubbing the both scores, and the merit list will be prepared. So due to this, all the socioeconomic disadvantages that have been created in connection to the exam performance will be equalized. Let me explain this point based system with example. Let's consider total marks for 100 and 70% of the marks will be given weightage for the NEET PG exam or NEET UG exam, and 30% of the weightage will be given for the socioeconomic factors. Of this 30%, family income will get a weightage of 10%, in which income of less than 2 lakhs will have 5 points, 2 to 7 lakhs will have 3 points, more than 8 lakhs will have 0 points. First generation education, if you are the first generation learner in your family, you get 5 points. If not, if your parents are educated more than higher education, then 0 points. Place of origin will have 5% weightage, of which if you are from rural, 5 points, if you are from semi-urban or urban slums, 3 points, if you are from urban, 0 points. School quality will have 5% weightage, where government school students will be having 5 points, whereas private schools will have 0 points. Caste or community will be having 5% weightage, where SC and ST will be having 5 points, OBC will have 3 points, and general category people will have 0 points. Let's see student A, NEET PG or UG score is 85 percentile, family income is 1.5 lakh, first generation, yes, rural origin, yes, government school, yes, social group, general. Then you calculate it for NEET PG score of 85 into 0.7, 59.5. Socioeconomic points will be 25 into 0.3, 7.5. Final score will be 67 out of 100. Then student B, NEET PG score or NEET UG score is 90 percentile, family income of 6 lakhs, first generation education, no, urban origin, private school, social group, SC. NEET score calculated 90 into 0.7, 63, and socioeconomic score calculated 12 into 0.3, 3.6. Total score of 66.6. Now student A will be first in the merit list and B will be second in the merit list. Because here we have eliminated the socioeconomic differences, both the people are meritorious with 5% difference, but the purpose has served. All the people will have the same right to participate in the exam and the same qualification mark after the exam, but the merit list which has been prepared after calculation of socioeconomic factors and also merit, that's when the counseling has to be done based on the merit list. This kind of system will help a lot of people to think, many societies to change, mentalities to change, many people starts developing their educational skills. So rural areas will be developing with regards to the healthcare system. This leads to the entire healthcare system in India starts to develop. But the system has few drawbacks like difficulty in implementation due to the complication of the system, but proper team arrangement at the level of central, then it is really possible. People will start opposing this new point-based system because they have got used to or habituated with the current reservation system and all the benefits that they are getting. But always the change is needed, and the change for good will really help the country to develop. Data collection, with so much data that is needed from so many people, it is really difficult to collect all the data. But in a country like India with so much statistical data and so many people available, we can arrange multiple teams and have a proper governance and efficient working men. It is really possible to collect data from preschool to pre-NEET level. Apart from the small disadvantages, there are many advantages. Merit and equity, opportunities will be open widely and equally as the available options are including both socioeconomic factors as well as merit. Inclusivity, the benefits which are being introduced into this reservation system will be available for all the people, not just for one caste people. Transparency and fairness, by making the data, all the data that is collected being available on the government public websites. Intersectionality, location, caste, gender, income, everything will be considered into this reservation system. And very importantly, the data that is collected should be rechecked every 5 years and it should be revised, and re-allotting the points should be done for every 5 years irrespective of the elections and also the government. Indian health system needs strong doctors of higher level. If we don't have strong doctors, the nation will fall, and we need to have a modernized and civilized reservation system for having a better and good quality doctors in this country. Before all that, the education system, which is the basic foundation, the quality of education should be improved in this country before we get into this this point-based reservation system. People will start thinking, many students will start thinking that their knowledge is being respected, and many people will be feeling that their family situation and their personal situation is cared by the government and people of India. Education is everybody's right and it should be valued at every level. Nobody should be discriminated on the basis of their knowledge or on the basis of their socio-economic status. Let us all our doctors unite together and work for our country, a country where safety and security of the doctors is a joke and the governments don't really care about these doctors and they want us to work selflessly for the country, not even caring for their lives. Government needs to make the medicos feel that they are safe in this country. Are we all ready for the change? Shall we go for this change or get drowned in the drainage? It's all in our hands. Hope you all loved this video. If any of you guys feelings have got hurt, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to hurt anybody. These are few validated points. I wanted to bring it to you so we could become good doctor and a human being. This is a much needed video for everyone. Please do share it with your family members, to the respected friends, and also everyone in and around you in the WhatsApp groups as well. And if you need such a content oriented videos much more, do subscribe to our channel Dr. JTM, and I am Dr. JT signing off.